Art of Relationships radio show is copyrighted. No one is to use any part of the show without express written consent from myself, Greg Dzinski, or the Art of Relationships. Thank you.
Welcome to the Art of Relationships radio show. Greg welcomes live calls from listeners in helping with numerous marital and relationship problems. There will be no more tit-for-tat arguments. Greg gets to the root of couples' challenges in a rapid, matter-of-fact format, plus applies compassion and humor. Join in discovering how to improve your relationship and your own life. Listen, laugh, and climax. Greg is a licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan. To others, he's simply known as Detroit's Love Guru.
Hey, welcome everybody. It is Tuesday noon here in Metro Detroit. So you can see my mug. There we go. Okay, welcome everybody. This is the Art of Relationships radio show, and again, coming to you live like I will every day, Monday through Friday, 12 noon Eastern time till 12:30, give or take. Okay, and today, hey, Nikkei's in the house. Welcome. Hopefully a lot more will be joining in. A huge congratulations to the winners of the ebook. Like I mentioned, each show I'm going to be giving out free PDF files of the book, The Relationship Guide, Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy. So, I already sent off the winners' books, the ebooks, a little bit ago, okay, right before the show. So welcome. Please share the book, share the show on your timeline, and you'll get a chance to win the Relationship Guide, Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy. You'll get that in a PDF version / ebook. Like I said, doing the show 5 days a week now, I'm not going to be able to afford to give away 3 copies of the paperback version any longer, okay? So you'll get the free ebook. I'm giving those away, 3 copies of those on a daily basis, okay? Now, welcome. We are going to be talking about, I sort of switched it up a little bit. We're going to be talking about sexually not as expected. So we're going to juice it up a little bit, no pun intended on those terms, and talk about what happens if you're in a relationship, you really love a person, really connected emotionally to a person, but sexually, you know what? It's not what you expected, okay? Maybe they're lacking in some area. Maybe they are coming in, you know what? Yeah, they're not meeting your expectations, okay? And this could be, you know what? Good or bad, right? Everybody assumes if they don't meet your expectations. What happens, you know what, if you're thinking they're, you know, the classic, you know, librarian, boring, meek, sort of shy, and then, you know, she's a freaking the bed type of aspect. Or you think maybe he's boring, right? He's, you know, maybe very analytical, okay, very black and white thinking. Maybe he is looking at the situation to where you're thinking, oh my God, he's going to be boring in bed. And you know what, ladies? Don't hand me that. You know men do it, and you know you ladies do it too. You always sort of picture what that man is going to be like in the sack, right? So you think he's boring, and all of a sudden, you know what, you're going to go there. And all of a sudden you find out he curls your toes, he rocks your world, and you're like, wow, I never expected this. And how many women have been out there, maybe been with men, that you think are going to, you know, they're going to be studs. They're going to rock your world. And you find out they aren't studs. They're sexually duds, okay? They're boring. They're selfish in that aspect, okay? Now, the question is, what do you do if that person, you know what, is not sexually what you expected? Do you dump them? Do you break their heart? You know what? And not only this we're going to talk about what happens if, you know what, you have a great sex life with this person, all of a sudden you get in a long-term relationship, get married to this person, and it happens, right? I don't want it to happen, and I don't tell couples I don't expect it to happen. Then you know, the sex life just goes right down the toilet, okay? That, you know what, it's not as frequent as you want. It might be boring. It might not be as intense as it used to be. And I get this often in my office, you know, and I even maybe my own life. You know, you have kids, you have, you know, you work and all this stuff, and, you know, all of a sudden, you know what, maybe you end up having a kid or two, and you're tired, you're exhausted, you're mentally whipped. But it comes to the point where, you know what, why weren't you mentally whipped, exhausted before? Maybe your schedule didn't change, maybe the other person's did. And, you know, you look at all these aspects that sort of kills your sex drive, and it's not exactly what you expected, okay? I get tired a lot. I work long hours, you know, dealing with everybody's issues or challenges. I love it. It's my passion. I'm not complaining, right? But I get tired. I get exhausted. Not that I don't want that, but we look at the situation. What do we do to jazz it up? And not only, you know what, I don't want people, you know what, to turn to somebody else, okay? I don't want somebody to cheat with somebody. I want you to be able to work together at it as a team and look at the situation of what's going on. What would please you more? And, you know, what do you want sexually in a relationship when it's not as expected? And we all know, me, probably you too, we're going to give people a chance to evolve and to grow. And then it looks to the situation to, you know what, are you able to evolve together and grow together? Or what happens if one person is unable, your partner is unable to come out of their comfort zone, okay? What would you do? I'm going to give some insights about this, okay? And real quick, go to my website. You can check out all about me, well, professionally, I should say, theartofrelationships.org. Check it out, okay? I have some deals on some online program offerings, self-study programs, if you will, and I'm working on some other ones in the current process. I'm working on those aspects as well, so hopefully those will be available shortly. Now, when it comes to sex, I know people are very, very insecure maybe talking about sex. Some people are very comfortable. You know what? I like this. I want you to do this. I want you to be able to touch me here, touch me there, lick me here, suck me there, whatever, right? Some people are very comfortable talking about it. And there's some people that are very, very maybe shy. They're very insecure about it because maybe what they want, what they like, what they don't like, they're afraid to hurt the other person's feeling or upset them in one way or another, okay? Andrea, hey, what's up, man? It's been a while. Welcome. So we got people joining in the show, which is cool. So as always, throw your statements, throw your questions out there in the discussion below, and you can also give me a call at 313-614-9498. And I'd love to hear, you know what are you doing? What are your tricks, if you will, about, you know what, kicking up your sex life if it's not what you expected? And the one thing is, do you ever let's talk about expectations. Are you able to hit on what your expectations are sexually? Are you able to talk about it? And if not, how the hell is your partner going to be able to meet your expectations? You know, one thing is they need to know what your expectations are, right? Sexually. What you like, how you would like it, how you want to be touched. Do you want to be more freaky? Do you want to be more sensual, more loving in the sexual realm? And what about frequency? And I talked about the frequency a little bit. You know, we're all tired. We're all exhausted at times. You know, working long hours, whatever, dealing with running the kids here, running the kids there, if you have kids. Or do you just get comfortable and you don't work at it because, you know what, you get used to each other and it's sort of, you know what, not boring, but you know what, you're just comfortable and you're not working at it anymore, that you're lazy. You know what, how many, men out there do you express what you want from your ladies, whatever, and vice versa? Everybody assumes, you know, men are more assertive, more maybe aggressive and assertive sexually. That might be true, but you know what, ladies? There's a lot of women out there that are sexually assertive, able to speak their mind, what they want sexually. And this comes on to, you know, expectations about sexually and not what you're expected. They come in all kinds of forms and fashions. You know, there's some people that expect whips and chains, right? That are into dominatrix, that are, and then there's some people that only expect to have sex, make love, missionary position, okay? There's wide spectrums all over the place, okay? It's not a right or wrong situation. It's what works for you out there. And, if you say your sex life is not meeting your expectations, okay? Number one, you need to tell your partner. What is getting in the way of telling your partner? That is on you. So I want you to take responsibility. If your sex life is not what you expect or expected in a long-term relationship, or maybe a new relationship as well, that is on your responsibility. Yes, I'm calling you out, people, right there, okay? Number one, it's your responsibility to take charge of your sex life. What you want, what you don't like. If you tell your partner, exactly what you want, what you like, and they refuse to do it, now we got a situation. Are you just sexually incompatible? Okay? Yes, it does happen. If that partner, and we all have boundaries, right? We all have boundaries, and we need to maintain those within ourselves, right? But there's differences between, setting extreme boundaries, say, being into whips and chains, and somebody isn't. Somebody wants to have a swinging lifestyle, right? They want to be in the lifestyle, and one person doesn't. Those might be extreme boundaries to talk about, okay? That means you don't sell yourself out. We all have boundaries, absolutely. But then you come to the situation where, how far are you willing to evolve? Are you willing to evolve at all? Like I said, there are people out there, men, women, that only want to make love or have sex, on the bed, missionary position, and that's it. And if both people are okay with that, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Now, people out there, ladies, gentlemen out there, holy cow, Greg, there ain't no way I would ever stay with somebody like that. It's not up to me. It's not up to you to decide for somebody else. Got it? So, it's easy to judge, but if it doesn't work for you, that's fine. Don't judge somebody else about what they like, what they don't like sexually, okay? So, number one, again, going back to it, I'm going to sort of rehash this. It is your responsibility if your sex life is not meeting your expectations, okay? Yes, number one, you need to inform your partner what you like, what you don't like. If you want to jazz it up a little bit, if you want to be bent over the couch, versus always in the bedroom all the time. Or maybe you want to do it on the dining room, living room floor, on the counter, on the washing machine, whatever. Maybe you want to go parking down a deserted row or have sex in a parking lot. Well, disclosure. If you have sex in a public place, at night in a parking lot, whatever, you know what? Don't tell anyone I told you it's okay. I just want you to be aware. If the cops pull up, and you get like indecent exposure ticket, whatever, that's on you. You take on that risk, okay? Just want to throw that out there. But, what would you like? Would you like, does your man want maybe oral sex while he's driving? Again, you know what? I don't want anyone to get hurt or get killed driving in a, accident. When was the last time, ladies, maybe your man wants you to be more sort of sexually, like when he comes home or just walks in the room, you just rip down his pants and give him, please him orally, whatever. Or guys, what about you with the ladies? It's equal opportunity out here. So you need to clue your partner in about what your expectations are. Now, if your partner, doesn't care about your expectations, they're totally against what your expectations are, uncomfortable and unwilling to do something about it, then you have to look at, is this relationship viable for me? And everybody talks about, I get this all the time, you know what, Greg, sex isn't everything. I agree. I'm not saying it's everything. I have couples in here that have sex once a year, people, and they're okay with it. That's not why they're seeing me or whatever. They have other challenges going on. They're fine with that. And again, it's not up to me to say a couple having sex once a year, that it's wrong. If it works for both people, again, you know what? No one's to judge, right? It works for them. But if it's not working for you, and you two are on totally two different wavelengths about what you want, what you like sexually, that's going to creep into your relationship, and it's going to create distance. A lot of people, will say, oh, sex isn't everything. You're right. I agree with that. As we age, our body changes, our biochemistry changes, right? We might gain weight, our sex drive might decline with age. I get all this. But we're talking, if you are healthy, if you are, sex drive is there for both people and it's just not working out, then maybe you're sexually incompatible, and that might kill your relationship or marriage. And I hate to say that because I'm going to have people out there, especially those people that lack in the sexual desire department, right? They could care less about sex. It's not that important to them. They're going to try to belittle the other person saying, just like I said, right? Sex isn't everything. Why, that's all you think about is sex. That's, you know what? It needs to stop right there because why don't you just come out and say, you know what? We want something different. We're sexually incompatible, okay? Let's just say it. Now what do we do about it? Do we go from there and do you own that? And are you able to be confident enough and brave enough to bring that up and say, you know what? This isn't working for me. I'm not going to be happy. And then do we, do we go our separate ways? But you married me for better or for worse. We have kids together, right? I've heard it a lot. I'm not going to say I've heard it all, but I've heard quite a bit and close to hear it all in my office over the many years, okay? So you look at your sexual expectations, they are on you. Yes, it does take a partner involved to meet those expectations, of course, right? There's a give and take there, right? Maybe your partner wants you to masturbate, wants you to touch yourself, man or woman, okay, and wants to watch you, and you're like, ooh, uneasy about it. Oh my God, I don't do that. That's why I have you for. I don't have to masturbate. You know what? It's about sharing expectations again. It's about sharing maybe playfulness, about sharing expectations with each other and sharing maybe little fantasies with each other and say, hey, if my partner likes this, can I be able to come out of my comfort zone and meet those expectations? What about talking dirty to one another, right? There's guys that hate talking dirty. They're so uncomfortable and their lady craves it. Yes, I'm talking about, everybody assumes, oh, guys always want dirty talk. Not always. And there's ladies out there that, I said it, they crave to be, you know what, spank my ass. They love hearing dirty talk. And I'm being sort of G-rated a little bit, maybe PG-rated here, because of the medium I'm on. But you look at the situation where can you come out of your comfort zone and what is holding you back if your sex life isn't what you want, isn't meeting your expectations. Are you able to come out of that? Are you able to talk to one another, number one, okay? Number two is, you know what, do you have a clear plan of how you're going to meet those expectations? And I'm not talking, it's not a necessarily a robotic, mechanical, touch me here, whatever. People want to be touched like you want to be touched, right? Meaning, you want somebody that desires, that craves touching you. You don't want someone that, say, is giving you oral pleasure and they're just going through the motions, okay? That they're just doing it to please you. You want someone that just freaking loves it, right? Loves pleasing you orally, loves doing it or making love with you. You don't want someone that is just going to lay there and say, okay, I'm doing my wifely duty, just be done with it. Or the husbands on the other extreme, right? When you have someone that isn't turned on by you or doesn't express that they desire or crave you, it hurts a lot of people, men, women. It just hurts, okay? Plain and simple, as I trip over my tongue. When someone, you're in a relationship and you feel your partner doesn't desire you, doesn't care about your sexual needs or your sexual pleasure, it's all about them or whatever, that relationship is in for trouble. I'm going to be honest with you. You can BS one another, you can lie to each other, but the truth of the matter is it's going to create problems in the relationship. And you have someone that might could care less about sex and pleasure and it's all about them and not about their partner, and they could care less about making their partner feel desired, craved, and all this stuff. And it goes on for a while and the person just tolerates it. And all of a sudden that person that craves, isn't feeling that way. All of a sudden they go out and cheat. And then the person that is, lacking desire or could care less about sex Then they start belittling. Oh my God, I can't believe you cheated on me. I can't believe you did that. You had sex with somebody else, whatever. You know what? Really? I talk to people. You can't, I don't condone cheating, not at all. But really, you can't understand what the dynamics are, or what causes and what's going on. It's coming out of your comfort zone, or maybe that person shouldn't have cheated. I'm off, like I said, I don't condone that. But maybe that person should have either got out of that marriage or relationship and say, you know what? I love you. I love the kids. This isn't about the kids. We can co-parent, but this ain't working to me. I want someone that desires me like I desire them. And working and is able to open up sexually, is able to talk about sex and what they want, what they don't like. Because a lot of people, how the hell are you going to be able to meet someone's expectations if you don't have a clue? Okay? Plain and simple. If you don't have a clue what they like, what they don't like, you know what? You need to be comfortable and be more emotionally mature to be able to come real with the situation, to evolve your sex life. Again, your sexual expectations, your sexual pleasure is not just your partner's responsibility. It is your responsibility. And what's it going to take to be able to mature and grow to have your sexual expectations met, people? And this isn't talking about, I'm not saying cheating, never condone cheating and all that aspect, okay? I know there's different circumstances out there that people reside in, live in, maybe they feel trapped in. Again, you know what? Those are excuses. You can be out of those situations if your sexual expectations are not being met, okay? So, hopefully this short little show video will help you out, okay? It gives you something to think about. I am going to be live again tomorrow, Wednesday at noon. Like I said, I'll be live with different topics, so give me a shout out, private message me on topic ideas. I'm going to need a bunch of them, so help me out, people. Help me out so I can help you out. I love helping people have the relationship they crave, okay? Again, share the videos for a chance to win a copy of my ebook. Well, this is paperback, but the Relationship Guide, Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy. I will give away 3 copies on a daily basis, okay? Again, visit my website, theartofrelationships.org. Share my page. Like my business page. If you go to Greg Dudzinski, The Art of Relationships, I'll put a link below too. If you can like that page, my other page, I appreciate it very much, okay? I'm here to help. Any questions, any insights you have, please let me know, okay? As always, peace and love, and everybody be safe out there, okay? Let's come together and keep spreading the peace and love towards everybody else, okay? Take care, people. Bye-bye.